We have studied in the previous year that chromosomes in the nucleus of a cell contain information for inheritance of features from parents to next generation in the form of DNA. During the process of reproduction, this DNA is replicated. Replicate means to make an extra copy of the DNA. But this DNA is not identically copied. This leads to variations in DNA. Such variations are transferred to the offspring and from there to the next generation. Variations sometimes help a species to survive adverse conditions. For example, if there were a population of bacteria living in temperate waters, and if the water temperature were to be increased by global warming, most of these bacteria would die, but a few variants resistant to heat would survive and grow further. Thus, variation would be useful for the survival of the species over time. Now let us see the different modes of reproduction. Reproduction can be of two modes, that is asexual and sexual reproduction, depending on the body design of the organisms. Mode of reproduction, as you know, is the one in which only a single parent is involved. That is, from a single parent, the next generation can be produced. And the sexual mode of reproduction is the method by which two individuals are responsible for creating a new generation of that species. First, look at the simplest mode of reproduction, that is asexual mode of reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction can be of different types: fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation, and spore formation. Let us begin with fission. In unicellular organisms, fission can lead to the creation of new individuals. For example, in amoeba. Unicellular organisms like amoeba, the organism simply splits into two equal halves during cell division. As a result, two daughter cells are formed. Fission can take place in different ways. In organisms such as amoeba, the parent cell splits into two daughter cells during division, and this division can take place in any plane. Such type of binary fission is called transverse binary fission. But this is not the case in all unicellular organisms. In organisms which have a more organized body, we can see different type of binary fission. Example, in leishmania, there is a whip-like structure at one end of the cell. In such organisms, binary fission occurs in a definite orientation in relation to their structures. In another unicellular organism called the Plasmodium, which is the malarial parasite, multiple fission take place, in which the organism divide into many daughter cells simultaneously. Another unicellular organism, the yeast, produces small buds or outgrowths on their body, which separates and grows further.